It's Monday. It is the 24th of October. Thanks for joining us. I'm Emily Vukovic, and here are the top stories we're following for you. The ugly side of fall. Oof, I'm just as curious as you are to see what that's all about. Temperatures are trending cooler, and the next one, it includes snow. Before we get to those details, let's take a quick look at the national pattern and see what's going on. We've got an upper low to the west, we've got a warming trend through the southern prairies, and we have a cool down to the east. Yeah, say goodbye to those flip-flops in southern Ontario. You won't be seeing those until next week, I think. All right, we've got snow potential next week. I meant next year. Snow potential early midweek. Light snow, we're looking at about 5 to 15 centimeters. Edmonton not included in this. And we're actually going to see quite a warm up into that warm sector with that area of low pressure crossing its way east across the prairies. Now, it is going to get progressively cooler throughout the day today, tomorrow, and into midweek. And we've got some snow. We've been talking about it through Quebec, and this is what it looks like through still. Nonetheless, we've got more of it on the way. We are going to be dealing with fairly high amounts through the eastern township and in through Labrador, snow as well, and a lot of it. We're looking at an additional 10 to 15 centimeters through Postville and up through Hopedale. All right, it is time now to take a look at the next one. Are you ready for it, Ontario? Are you ready? I know we had flip-flops on not that long ago, and now we're going to be putting on winter boots, depending, of course, on where you live. But we do have a system coming in for Thursday. We're going to be seeing some rain, and the potential is there for some mixing, high elevation, mixed precipitation. So think like Dundalk Highlands, that kind of area, through the escarpment. We could be dealing with it. It's going to be very, very light. A little bit of accumulation, certainly not out of the question, so just keep that in mind. And then that system is going to track its way east, and then we've got the potential for another weekend system. But for most of southern Ontario, keep in mind that this is going to be rain, depending on where you live. So just taking a look quickly, I love this question. The thought of fall snow makes you happy, anxious, sad, or other? I responded with cry. I don't think I'm the only one. 43% of us are saying sad. 28% are saying happy, though. I mean, okay, yeah, we like that. All right, we would love to hear from you. You can send us a tweet on Twitter. You can let us know how you're feeling about the fall season so far. And we want to see your photos and videos because we want to see your scary Halloween pictures. It's called Scare Your Weather. You know how we do Share Your Weather. Well, this is called Scare Your Weather. So we really want to see kids' costumes, how you've decorated your house, all that kind of fun stuff. Now, make sure you stay with us because your local forecast details are coming right up. And weather make you sick? Does it? All right, it's all about Scare Your Weather. We want you to send in your pictures, your video. Just head to our website, theweathernetwork.com, to upload photos and videos of your spooky decorations. Some people have done a wonderful job so far. Okay, that's not legit. Come on. We want to see pictures of a scary haunted house, of a beautiful moon. We have got some great submissions already. Take a look at the pumpkins. Brr. All right, we've got the chance to see some lake effect showers, some lake effect snow. Oh, it's going to be chilly this week. We're going to be seeing below seasonal temperatures through much of southern Ontario. Isolated showers and higher elevation snow later on this week. And across the prairies, you're going to see some snow too. All right, coming up, your local details, and in 3 minutes, great video and force of nature. It's Monday. It is the 24th of October. I'm Emily Vukovic. Thanks for joining us. West Coast pattern. We've got an upper low bringing in some showers. It is going to be a very wet and fairly windy week. Right into Tuesday, we've got showers. It is going to be a wet and windy Wednesday, and then we've got a lot of uncertainty in the long range. We've got a couple of systems off in the Pacific. Whether or not they make landfall, well, that's still to be determined, but we'll talk more about that. Rainfall amounts are going to be very significant, especially along the island. Tofino, you could pick up 100 millimeters of rain today and into tomorrow. Now, we checked in with Chrissy Van. She's in Vancouver, but speaking to somebody who's traveling to Ontario. Awesome. Thanks so much, Chrissy. Okay, taking a quick look at the east today, we're looking at 10 degrees through Toronto. We're looking at 13 through Halifax. A mix of sun and clouds, not a bad forecast. We are, however, going to be seeing some precipitation and potentially some snow. We've got lake effect showers today through areas north of the GTA, and then for tomorrow, the potential is there for higher elevations to see some snowfall. It's going to get cold enough, which I think some people are excited about and others not so much. Rain and snow mix continues through parts of Quebec. Now this rain is going to be easing into light mixing. Temperatures are going to be cooler with those northwesterly winds. Speaking of winds, we'll take a quick look at those in just a sec. Gusty northwest winds will bring in a very cold, light rain and, of course, transition over to snow. Very windy today through Atlantic Canada. We've got interior winds of about 40 to 60 kilometers an hour through Newfoundland coastal, 60 to 80 kilometers an hour, so fairly brisk. All right, how long will these winds stick around for? Let's take a peek in your long ranger. Late week system on the way through Ontario. We are going to be seeing some rain. We've got cold easterly winds and we've got high elevation mixed precipitation through, say, areas like the Dundalk Highlands. If you're traveling up through Barrie, if you're commuting down to Toronto, you may start off in snow on Thursday and then transition into rain as this low continues to track its way east. It is going to be bringing in some rain through the southern areas of Atlantic Canada. We've got high pressure over Newfoundland, so again, it is going to be very gusty and quite cool come Wednesday. Charlottetown only getting up to a daytime high of 8 degrees. Stay with us. Your local details are coming right up. Hi there, I'm Emily Vukovic. Your Weather Watch continues, and these are the stories that we're following for you this hour. The ugly side of fall. We may be talking about snow there. We'll get to those details in a sec. Temperatures, they are going to be trending cooler, and the next one does include snow for parts of Ontario. Quick look at the national pattern. We've got an upper low to the west. We've got warming temperatures across the prairies, but snow to the north and through Ontario, Quebec, and Atlantic Canada below seasonal. Yeah, it's going to be chilly. Speaking of chilly, we've got some snow throughout the northern prairies. We're looking at about 5 to 15 centimeters for areas up through Fort McMurray all the way over towards Thompson, Manitoba. South of that, we are going to be seeing some showers, but temperatures aren't going to be too cold in that warm sector. Now, where we are going to be seeing some cold air is moving in through parts of Ontario. We've got cold northwesterly winds, and that is going to be keeping us chilly. With lake effect showers, easterly wind, burr. It's going to be cool. And light snow. Ooh. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'm ready for it. I'm really trying to embrace winter this year. I know, if you're a longtime viewer, you know, Emily, you've been saying that for 10 years, but I'm really, really trying. I may ski. I don't know. Now that I've got 2 little kids, I have to get into it, right? Okay, surface water temperatures. We're talking about lake effect rain. We're talking about lake effect snow. So temperatures are still quite warm through the lakes, and that's not good news when it comes to lake effect, of course, because the warmer the water, the cooler the air, the more snow we could potentially see. That's why we're seeing the potential for some higher elevation snow later on this week. In through Quebec, already seeing a little bit more snow. Some areas picked up 25 centimeters, even more. Now higher elevation, of course. And we're seeing more snow through parts of Labrador as well, through Postville and through Hopedale. The potential is there for an additional 5 to 10 centimeters of snow. Okay, let's take a look at the next system. It's your turn, Ontario. We've got a late week system moving through, starting with rain and then potentially mixing over to some snow rain mix through higher elevation. We are going to be seeing that risk through southwestern Ontario, through higher elevations, the Dundalk Highlands, up through Barrie. If you're traveling in through down to Toronto, you may start off in snow and then transition into rain. Could see a little bit of accumulation. This low is going to track its way east, and then we've got another system kind of hot on its heels. We've got a potential for a weekend system moving in through Ontario. Question of the day: the thought of fall snow makes you... Most people are saying sad. See, I'm not the only one. That makes me happy. Okay, coming up, your local details, force of nature, and it's snowing somewhere with Chris Murphy. Morning, a very foggy start to the day. It's just one of those days you just want to curl back into bed. Okay, upper low moving in through parts of BC. We are going to be seeing some unsettled wet weather for the next couple of days. We're talking showers today and into tomorrow, and then we're going to be left with kind of a wet and windy Wednesday, and we have the potential to see more rain by the end of the week. Accumulating snow through midweek for the prairie provinces. We're looking at about 5 to 15 centimeters northern Alberta, stretching over towards northern Manitoba. We've got isolated showers moving in through the lower Great Lakes, and we also have the potential to see some snow. Speaking of which, it is time now to take a look at It's Snowing Somewhere with Chris Murphy. All right, thanks so much, Chris. Well, we've got this lingering eastern low, and it's going to be bringing in some rain, some snow, winds, high winds, and freezing rain. Yeah, it's not pretty, especially up through parts of Labrador. It's going to be very gusty, and we've got a lot of fresh snow on the ground, so that's going to be blowing around. Gusty winds right across the Atlantic, so this strong low is really going to be impacting. Now, we're looking at rainfall totals here. Halifax, unfortunately, dealt with some localized flooding, 76 millimeters. Here's Nate Coleman with more. Nathan Coleman, you are awesome. You're so great. Really braving the elements, to say the least. Okay, make sure you stay with us. Coming up, we've got your local forecast details. Snowiest falls in Canada. You don't want to miss it. Will you be on the list? And in 7 minutes, the Long Ranger.
All you TD snowbirds heading to Florida on Tuesday, here's your forecast. Orlando gets up to 27 with cloudy skies. Jacksonville, mix of sun and cloud getting up to 26 there. Tampa 27 and Key West, some showers there for Tuesday. As we roll into Wednesday, a little bit more sunshine coming into Orlando here, getting up to 28. Miami's 28 and West Palm Beach does have a chance of seeing some thunderstorms. And for Thursday, it clears out. So it looks like wherever you go, you get a day of sun and a day of cloud.
Your Weather Watch continues. I'm Emily Vukovic. It's Monday. It is the 24th of October, and we've got more snow on the way for the northern prairies. Some areas could pick up 5 to 15 centimeters by the time midweek rolls around, and you're not alone. Ontario and Quebec still seeing a little bit of snow. We're still seeing a couple of centimeters through parts of Sherbrooke, Quebec, and there could be more of that on the way kind of later on in the week. We've got the potential for some lake effect bands to be setting up throughout the day today. We're looking at mostly lake effect showers, but higher elevation could be seeing a little bit of mixing, a little bit of snow, especially with this next system that's going to be coming in. Now, we've been talking about the surface water temperatures for the Great Lakes because they're warm. And of course, the warmer the water and the colder the air, well, the more lake effect we could see. Yeah, I know people aren't thrilled about it. I'm not thrilled about it, especially if you live in those kind of areas. So we've got this cold northwest flow over warm water. Wondering how the science all works behind it? Well, take a look at this. All right, taking a look now at the long-range forecast. How are things going to play out? Well, we do have a new system coming in for Ontario. This one has the potential to bring in a shot of snow to the extreme southwest. High elevation, mixed precipitation, a little bit of accumulation. We're certainly not ruling it out, but it is going to be in those higher elevation areas. Now, this low tracks off towards Atlantic Canada, and then we've got another system coming in potentially for the weekend. Here is a look at elevation throughout southern Ontario. So if you live in the areas that are 500 plus meters above sea level, that is where you are going to be seeing that higher elevation accumulation. Okay, Halloween right around the corner. How does it look for Ottawa? Monday, 8 degrees. You might need an umbrella and some rain boots.